I got a question. I get these questions a lot about the best way to practice for singles. So one of the things we have to look at is, first of all, your selection of practice partner. You'd like to select a practice partner that's 10% better or 10% worse than you, or about the same as you in that similar level of play. If you're selecting a partner that's way better or way worse, it's not going to be as effective. You'd also like to select a practice partner that has the same mindset and philosophy about tennis. If you're really serious about tennis and serious about your own development, and you're trying to practice with somebody that just wants to play games for fun and doesn't really want to practice with intensity, it's going to be a struggle. So try to pick a practice partner that sees the sport the same way you do. And then if we're talking about practice for singles, what we want to do is establish a few patterns that are tried and true and have worked for a very long time. So one of the patterns is we want to work on the concept of controlled drilling or controlled rallying. And so often when I watch people practicing, I see them practicing shots endlessly down the middle of the court, which is not a good way to hit, because you don't want to hit shots down the middle of the court when you actually play tennis. So controlled drilling is a very simple exercise. Everybody who's good does it as a practice tool. What you're doing is you're setting up, let's say, cross court, and the other person's down the other side cross court, and you're just trying to hit back and forth cross court to create the longest rally possible. You're not trying to hit winners. You're trying to some degree facilitate the other person, but you're focusing on your own strokes and trying to establish some rhythm, and more importantly, you're working collaboratively as a team. You're working connected as a unit, trying to both get the longest rally possible. If you get into control drilling, it can be a wonderful practice opportunity, and you can switch it up. Little time cross court, little time down the line, little time one person at the net to the cross court, and you can do a lot of different things to make it work. But the big thing is to recognize that you're operating as a unit. After you've done some control drilling and you've established a bit of rhythm for yourself, then you can actually make the game competitive if you want. You can hit a rally game where you're hitting cross court only, and you can keep score. You can play up to 11 points, let's say, without serving, and just put the ball in play and play it out, and you'll have a little chance to run around and hit some shots. And it's a very contained environment, lets you, hit some confident shots and some competitive shots, but it's a bridge between true rallying and a set. So after you've done some control drilling, maybe played a little competitive cross-court game, then you're ready to try a few games depending on your time frame. You can play a full set, you can play a partial set, first 1 to 3. You can play some tiebreakers if you're short on time. But what you want to do is incorporate a balance in every practice session between rallying with a purpose, not just banging balls, but rallying with a purpose, some competitive rally game that is a bridge, and then a true set where you get